Ever thought about what makes a good leader? What makes some groups really stand out? We're going to take a look at Simon Sinek's amazing book, Start With Why. This isn't just another book about being a good leader. It's a whole new way of thinking that makes us see leadership and success differently. In this book, Sinek shows us a big important fact, a special thing that all great leaders and groups have in common. He talks about why, the reason or belief that pushes us to do things. This why is the magic key that really opens up the way to being a great leader, making people want to follow you rather than having to be told. So, get ready for a new way of thinking. Today, we're deep into the big ideas in this life-changing book. Sinek's main idea is quite simple yet strong, the golden circle. This idea is made up of 3 circles inside each other. Why is in the inner circle, how is in the middle, and what is in the outer circle. Sinek says many companies can tell what they do. Some can explain how they do it, but very few can openly say why they do it. Now, picture you're holding an apple. The skin is what? The juicy part is how, and the center or core is why. The why is the company's key belief. It's the reason the company is here. The how are the steps taken to fulfill the why, and the what is the outcome of these steps, the thing or service the company sells. The golden circle isn't just about how we talk, but reflects how our brain works. Our brain's emotional center responds to why and how, while the part of our brain that handles logical thought responds to what. This is why we feel a stronger bond with companies that make their why clear. So how does this relate to being a leader? Well, good leaders inspire action by starting with why. They express their goal, mission, or belief first. This approach touches people's feelings, stirring emotions, and inspiring action. Let's look at some examples. Apple, when Steve Jobs was in charge, didn't just create computers. They dared to be different and believed in unique thinking, and that was their why. Their new products were simply a result of this belief. In the same way, Martin Luther King Jr. didn't just have a dream, he believed in fairness and freedom. That was his why, and it sparked a movement. As you can see, the golden circle gives a clear guide for inspirational leadership. It's not about fooling people to join you. It's about inspiring them to stand with you in a shared belief. Because at the end of the day, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Why is the question, why, so important? Let's understand this together. Think about a time when you didn't know which way to go. During such times, the why can help you make the right choice. Just like in leadership, the why acts like a light that shows the way to success. When leaders know their why, they can explain clearly what motivates them to do their work. This knowledge helps them to make real connections with their workers and customers. It's the driving force that pushes companies forward, builds trust, and grows loyalty. Look at Apple, a company that has technology and won the hearts of millions all over the world. Their why is not just to make computers or phones. They want to challenge the normal way and think differently. This why has helped make their unique products and effective marketing plans that connect with customers and workers who believe in the same goal. Or think about Southwest Airlines, that changed the airline business with their why. They believed in making flying possible for everyone. This why has shaped their business design, their way of working, and their customer service. It's the reason they survived tough economic times and stayed profitable when other airlines were having problems. These examples show how strong the power of why is. It's like a magnet that pulls in people who share your beliefs and pushes away those who don't. It's the difference between having workers who just work for money and having a team that is really excited and involved in your mission. But remember, the why is not a trick to sell more or a one-time event. It's a mirror of who you are as a leader and what your company stands for. It should be the main rule that affects every choice, every move, and every message. Indeed, a clear why can be the key to creating deep connections and dedication. Making new things and changing old ones is important for any successful effort. But how do we make people accept these new things? There's something called the law of diffusion of innovation that helps us understand this. Sociologist Everett Rogers first talked about this law. It helps us understand how new ideas and changes spread in societies and companies. Imagine a bell-shaped curve. At the very start of this curve, we have the innovators. These are people who like to try new things. They are a small part of the total people, but they have a big effect. Next are the early adopters. They like to accept change and new ideas. They are usually respected within their groups, and if they accept a new idea, others might too. After them, we have the early majority. This group doesn't rush into things. They like to wait until they've seen the new idea being used by the early adopters. They want evidence before they accept anything, not just potential. Then comes the late majority. These people are careful and doubtful. They won't accept a new idea until most others have. They need to see many people using the idea before they... At the end of the curve, we have the laggards. These people don't like change. They're the last ones to accept any new thing, and usually only when they have to. So, how do strong leaders use this law to make change and acceptance happen? They work on the early adopters. If they can inspire this group, they can start a reaction that gets most people to accept the idea. This is the tipping point, the moment when an idea takes off and becomes popular. As we see, understanding and using this law can help a lot in making change and acceptance happen. Theory is good, but let's see how it works in real life. Good example is Apple Inc. This company knows how to start with why. Steve Jobs didn't just want to make computers. He wanted to do something different. He wanted to help people with technology. This idea helped Apple create new things that changed many things, like music and mobile phones. Now think about Wright brothers. They were not the only ones trying to create a machine that can fly, but they were different because of their why. They thought that if they could make this flying machine, it would change the world. This thought, their why, was strong, and it made others want to help them, even when they didn't know if they would succeed. And don't forget Martin Luther King Jr., a man whose why was very strong and started a change. He didn't just have a dream, he had a why, a dream of everyone being equal and free that touched many people. King's why was not about him, it was about something bigger than him, and that's what made it strong. What do these leaders have in? They all started with why. Their why was what made them do what they did and made others want to help them. So, how can you use these ideas? Start by asking yourself, why do I do what I do? Is it only about making money, or is there a bigger reason that makes you want to do it? This why could be your secret to make others want to help you, like your team, your customers, or your fans. Once you know your why, let it help you make decisions, do things, and talk to others. These examples show us that starting with why can really change things. So, how do we make our companies focus on why? This is a key question to be a good leader and make our companies successful. First, we need to make company a place where people want to learn and find new things. We do this by asking good questions. Instead of just talking about what we do or how we do it, we need to ask why. Why does our company exist? Why do we do our work? These questions aren't about making money or being the biggest in the market. They're about our main goal, our cause, and what we believe in. Next, after we've figured out the why, we need to tell everyone about it in a clear and regular way. This is where being a leader is really important. Leaders need to be the ones to show the why. They need to talk about it in every chat, every meeting, and every choice that is made. It's not just about saying it, it's about showing it. When leaders show the why, it becomes part of the company's identity. Third, making a why-focused company means that everything in the company has to line up with the why. This includes who we hire, how we work, and how we treat our customers. When every worker understands and believes in the why, they work harder, feel happier, and are more likely to do their best. Plus, this goes beyond the company's walls. When customers understand your why, they feel a bond that is not just about what you sell. They become loyal customers because they believe in what you stand for. So, let's start asking the right questions. Let's start leading with a goal. Let's start building a why-focused company. Because when we start with why, we inspire others to act, we build trust, and we make a difference. Remember, a strong why can make people more interested and loyal. We looked at the book, Start with Why. We explored the golden circle, which tells us to first ask why, then how, and finally what. We talked about how important it is to know why you're something. This reason, or why, should make sense to both the people working for you and the people buying from you. We learned about the law of diffusion of innovation, which is about how new things become popular and successful. We looked at real examples to understand how leaders who know their why can motivate people and solve problems. Finally, we talked about making why the center of your work culture. This can help make employees more involved and make customers come back. In short, start with why can change things, eh? It's about leading with a clear reason and getting everyone to do something. We hope you've learned a lot from this and feel ready to lead with your why. Thanks for watching our video about Start with Why. We hope it made you think about how important it is to know your why when you're a leader. You liked our video? Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. This way, you won't miss our new videos about becoming a better leader and improving yourself. If you think this video could help your friends or co-workers, please share it with them. We also have other videos about leadership and Simon Sinek's ideas that you might find interesting. Don't forget, being a good leader starts with knowing your why. Keep learning and stay motivated until our next video.